Start over. Cord untied. All right, so welcome everybody to our Monday Night Raw review. It's almost like 24 hours later, 24 hours and 32 minutes later than Raw. But we are so tired when Raw goes off because we're old, and we don't want to look like we're high coming up here trying to make a podcast. So we just go to bed, and then we try to pick a time to do it later.
Exactly.
What's up, girl?
I'm still tired.
You're quiet over there.
I'm still tired.
You're still about to fall asleep.
I'm always about to fall asleep.
I know this.
But no. So, Monday Night Raw.
8/12, August 12th.
Yes.
In Austin, Texas. 13,000 plus.
Yeah.
Dave Meltzer said, who gives a shit what Dave Meltzer said? It's not true. Whatever it is. All right, so Judgment Day fall promo kind of came up. So, the fall of the Judgment
Showing
Day.
the implosion of the Judgment Day.
The implosion.
At SummerSlam.
And that was kind of a pre-put together promo. And then right after that, happened next.
Rhea Ripley.
And then she came out. She talked a bunch of trash to Liv, and he came out.
No, Liv came, or Liv. You could hear Liv talking.
Yeah, you could hear
And
Liv
then-
talking over the mic.
And then turns out she was up in the rafters. Of
Yeah,
course,
I noticed they're doing more
far,
crowd
far
stuff now.
away from Rhea.
I noticed they're doing more like putting the people in the crowd.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I wish they'd done that
Kind of
for our
DDP.
show because we were pretty much on the end.
Kind of
so,
DDP science. He always liked getting in the crowds. So always exited crowds.
Yeah,
Involved a little bit.
I like that.
Yeah, so then Damien popped up behind him, Dom and Liv.
And the race was on.
It's kind of like the new Undertaker and AJ meme, where Undertaker pops up behind him on the tractor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that now. But, I hadn't seen any memes, oddly enough, come out with that. But we did see one. But
Yeah,
that
I
was
see
cute.
one.
But anyway, yeah, so Liv ran. Rhea ended up catching Liv, I think, later. I saw some stuff later on Facebook where they're like running through the hallways.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she actually caught her, but I guess she kind of caught up with her. And then Damien did some shit. Took Domino to the ring, didn't he?
Yeah, they got back down to the ring.
I think he gave him a South of Heaven choke slam, and then Carlito came out and ended the whole thing. And they ended with just Priest ended up fighting back and kicking everybody's ass, and then
Well,
he
it
was
was
just standing
Damien
in
and
the
Carlito had a match.
yeah, and then they had a match.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. I have them in my notes. Yeah, that's right. It wasn't a bad match. JD ended up coming out. Then Finn ended up coming out. Dom ended up coming out. And Liv ended up coming out. So pretty much the same routine now. They're just going to send the Judgment Day out every time, I guess.
Yeah.
Dom
Oh,
tried-
that's where that's at the end where Rhea almost riptied
yeah.
Dom and Liv saved him.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Liv saved him again.
And then Damien choked slam JD. And Dom tried to jump on Rhea. They had like Damien was facing the turnbuckle.
Rhea and Damien were hugging.
Yeah, and then Rhea was facing that way, and Dom was going to come off. So Damien caught him at the chokeslam. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was sweet.
And he didn't chokeslam him. He just threw him to Rhea, right? I think he pushed him over there or
that's
something.
when he threw him to Rhea.
Yeah.
And
Not a
she
bad
almost
opener.
riptied him. And then
Not a bad opener. Why are the pages sticking together? I don't know. What are these magazines? I don't know.
what you been doing in your notebook?
The next, we saw the Wyatt 6.
What was the Bo Dallas video?
Oh, yeah. Well, Bo Dallas on the phone, and I'm taking it. They're saying like he's talking to Bray. Is that how you took it? He was saying like you were here last weekend, like getting very supernatural.
Yeah, it was very supernatural.
They did that in The Undertaker, 97-ish, 96-ish. Well, and earlier, I'm sure. But they did a lot of supernatural stuff with him, so they could always a little room for that.
I mean, it was
A
kind of
little more.
short, but yeah, I get. You know what? I didn't even think about maybe the possibility of him talking to Bray.
Yeah, I think that's who they were implying he was kind of talking
Okay,
to.
now it
But we'll
makes a little
see.
more. It actually makes a little more
Maybe
sense.
Howdy. I don't know. Comment in the comments what you think he may have been talking about.
Yeah,
I
if you
kind
have
of
a better explanation of that.
I kind of took it he was talking to Bray, or the spirit of Bray. I don't think they were implying Bray was on the phone physically talking back, but I don't know why you need a phone, but maybe they just need a physical piece, you know? So,
Maybe.
all right, so let's go ahead and get it out.
Get what up?
The New Day.
Oh, yeah.
We know it's coming. We know it's coming, New Day. It's going to split.
Kind of makes me sad.
Yeah.
Which it makes me sad
Well,
every time a faction splits.
They have to new. Yeah, you're nostalgic, but they have to do new shit, you know?
I don't like change.
Yeah, old Kofi back. This was like a little backstage interview, and Kofi was just all hype about what's his name?
Odyssey.
Yeah, he was all hyped about Odyssey.
Did you know? I just read this. He was signed back a year and a half ago, 2 years ago almost. Odyssey. He's been signed. He was drafted to Raw.
I did not know that.
And they just haven't done anything with him until now.
Okay.
But he's been drafted to Raw for like 18 months, I think.
Well, lucky for him, they need an excuse to split up the New Day, so they ended
Yeah.
up doing that. And the interview, you could clearly see that Xavier Woods was bothered and
Oh, most
like
definitely.
definitely pushing that. I don't know what you guys think about that either. I'm kind of sad, like Amber said, but I don't know. We give Xavier some room to move and being creative and see if he can stretch his character a little bit, because I mean,
I just feel like
the New Day is just so paper thin.
No, you're right, but I don't forget, but I forget that Big E was part of it.
Yeah, I like that they pushed that last night too. Like Karrion Kross came out. He was just like, "Oh yeah, he's trying to replace Big E."
They're calling Odyssey Big O now. I
Big
think
O.
Pat called him that on the
Gotcha.
commentating last night.
So I noticed they're pushing that. That's pretty wild.
But Kofi and Xavier kind of remind me of KO and Sammy. Like I miss KO and Sammy.
Yeah,
Like they're just like best friends.
Yeah, they got to keep stuff moving. So we'll see. Xavier Woods could do cool. The match was pretty much a squash match for the most part. They kind of killed him. New Day
Was Odyssey.
new testicle. I like that. Yeah, the Odyssey versus the
Odyssey Jones, not the Odyssey.
Mr. Whiny. That was the
Vincent.
enhanced talent's name. We can't say jobbers anymore. Dustin Rhodes doesn't like it if you say jobbers.
Dustin or Dusty?
Dustin. Dusty doesn't think anything anymore. Dusty's not with us.
I know
Dustin says. But yeah, so Odyssey Jones, and Mr. Whiny, actually. I'm not bullshitting you. That's exactly what his name was.
Vincent Whining.
So they did a squash match pretty much. Wasn't much to it. He just pretty much smacked him around. Finally picked him up with like a side suplex. Xavier did notice like Xavier kind of wasn't jumping around the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the match, he got in, tried to make a challenge for him and Kofi, and then Kofi just snatches the mic out of the way and was like, "Yo, and then we're gonna get a 6-man by my man Odyssey."
Yep.
And then before you know it, he
We now have a 6-man tag team.
yeah, we got a 6-man tag team and pissed off Xavier Woods.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's when the next week
Yep.
possibly could be
At least the start of it, right?
Well, I mean, it's kind of already the start. I mean, it's already in the beginning stages.
But yeah, West Gordon had a long way to go.
Oh, that's true.
And then
Oh, Drew.
yeah, Adam Pearce and with Drew, and talked about CM Punk, and he talked about trash about Randy Orton and why he was fighting for the world title and he was going to take care of it himself. So I guess they're still leaving Drew at the top, pushing him. American Made, that's Chad Gable's new team, came out. Alpha Academy, that's the leftovers from the original Alpha Academy.
They still are the Alpha Academy. And then
It wasn't too bad. It was the Texas Tornado match, and they did some cool stuff during the match.
yeah.
They,
I mean, I will say the Creed brothers are pretty talented.
they did like this a superplex thing off Creed's shoulders. Otis did it while the guy was falling back. That was pretty wild. Creed's ended up winning it. So they used the tights, and 2 guys held one down. So Creed's walked away with your win there. Then we went to an interview with Pete Dunne, and he does not want to be called Butch anymore.
Correct. You forgot the main thing that happened during
What's that?
The great American.
Oh, Ivy Nile.
Ivy
Yeah,
turned
I'm
heel.
kind of saw that coming. She came out, warned her. She's like, I don't think you should go out tonight. But
Maxine, I know.
I know a lot. Like
Shame on you, Ivy.
a James Bond supervillain over here. I'm like stroking my hand, but I got bit by some fire ants and this shit itches. Whew. But I just noticed that I like Dr. Evil petting my cat.
Petting your cat. Do you want me to get one of the dogs in here? So you can at least be petting a dog.
I don't know.
You don't know.
Um,
Okay, now you can talk about Jackie's interview with Pete Dunne.
Yeah, Pete Dunne. He just came out and just kind of whined about, I was never under Seamus, and don't call me Butch anymore, and I'll fight Seamus if it means I don't ever have to hear that name again. So I don't know what his problem is or why he doesn't let it be called Butch. Yawning already, huh?
I've been yawning since I woke up this morning.
Uh-huh.
Raw takes a lot. I need like 2 days to
After
recover.
Monday night.
Yeah.
Wow, are they pushing Bronson Reed next?
I know.
They got a Bronson promo, I guess you could say, kind of a recovered documentary little thing on Bronson's attack on Seth. And I don't know why Seth's out. Why is Seth out for real?
I cannot find the real reason.
Okay.
However,
He probably got bit by some fire ants.
when they were discussing Bronson's attack on Seth, they were comparing like different things, like with the weight that Seth took. And one of them that I thought was funny, because they said it was over 10,000 pounds of impact.
Wow.
And the one that made me laugh the most was that was equal to 50 kangaroos.
Why did that make you laugh?
Because it made me think of the kangaroos we got to pet at the zoo on my birthday.
I guess that's tied into Bronson being Australian.
Yeah.
Was why they picked
There was
kangaroos,
other
but-
comparisons. No, there was other comparisons too, but kangaroos was my favorite.
Yeah.
But they claimed from Bronson's attack he had cracked ribs and internal bleeding. However, obviously this is to cover up another reason why he's out, he is out. Which I have yet to find out. Maybe Dave Meltzer will tell us in the next couple of days.
If not, he'll keep guessing until he eventually gets the right thing, or just it goes away. But all right, so next on to Damage Control. Well, I think they said they wanted their tag team titles back.
Oh, okay.
But and then on to a new faction kind of tag team. Shayna
Baszler.
Zoe Sonya. Pure fiction or fusion connection. That's their new
Pure
name.
Fusion Connection.
Yeah.
Okay. I forgot to write it down.
Pure fusion connection. Sounds like a chiropractor practice.
Yeah, it does.
Be a good name for that. If anybody's looking at a chiropractor name, I don't know if WWE is trademarked.
They
it
probably
yet.
already trademarked that. But I'm not a fan. I have to say, I'm not a fan of the name. I'm a fan of the faction. I do like them three together. I think
all three did a good job cutting the promo, I thought. But
yeah. Oh yeah, I like the three of them too. I'm actually shocked that I like them because to me, I guess I just still picture Sonya with Chelsea, so it just kind of seemed like a odd combo. But the more I see
about them being together,
tag team partners. But the more I see Sonya with Shayna and Zoe, the more I like it.
Yeah.
But
wasn't a bad promo. All three of them talked during it, so that didn't do too bad.
Yeah. But Damage Control or Io and Kari was versus Shayna and Zoe for the contenders match for the tag team titles. That's what that match was for.
Gotcha.
So whoever won that match was supposed to be the next contender for the tag team titles. However, the current tag team champs, Isla Dawn, right? Is it Isla Dawn and something Fire?
I've got Sabrina the Teenage Witch written down. That's what I think about when I see Isla Dawn.
We're gonna call them Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
They interfered with the match, and so the match was called. So there was no winner. So I'm crossing my fingers and toes that my girls get their rematch and get another shot at the titles. Bianca and Jade, in case anybody didn't know. Because they deserve their titles back.
Next was R-Truth in a little promo piece, and you found out that he was supposed to be booking him in an Intercontinental match with Braun Breaker.
Miz. He's booking Miz.
Yeah, and it ended up being Bronson Reed.
Mm-hmm.
So then Orton comes out, and they kind of make a joke like, "No, you can take it, man." And they kind of, what? So Miz kind of acts like he's hyped up about fighting Bronson. And then Randy comes out.
Mm-hmm.
And he talks. And then Gunther, of course, comes out.
However, Randy brought up a really cool point.
What's that?
Cool thing last night. He said that 20 years ago, this month, was the first time that he ever stepped foot in the ring.
No, it's the first time he won his world title.
Oh, yeah, first time. I'm sorry. Yeah, I can't read my own handwriting. First title. Yeah, scratch that, guys. I can't read my own handwriting. That was a little side scribble. So.
Yeah, I wonder if that was in the same building or not. I was waiting for him to say it.
Yeah, he didn't say what building, but he was the youngest and still is the youngest, right?
I think so.
Yeah, the youngest to ever win a title.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool. Okay, sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
That's the WWE World title, of course. But, so yeah, Gunther comes out. They have a little back and forth. Get some CM Punk chants in the crowd. Orton finally RKO'd Gunther.
Yeah.
It was so funny because I actually wrote it before he did it, and then I was just waiting for it to play out. But and then out of nowhere, the sword hits and Drew comes out, and then before he can get to the ring,
You gotta sing it.
I can't think of the words. The cult of personality. CM Punk came out.
It's so crazy
got a pretty big pop.
that I love that song back in the day, and I never
Everybody loved that song.
But I did not know that was Punk's song.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I had no idea. I just genuinely liked the song.
It probably wasn't Punk's song back when you heard it first time.
I don't know. I don't even remember where I
came
first
out in
heard
the
it.
80s. It's a real late 80s song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's so crazy that I used to love that song.
But Punk came out, got Drew's belt. I think Drew was already taking it off to go in to whip Randy, but Randy...
No, he took it off to get Punk, I think.
No, because Punk jumped him.
I know.
Well, he already had his belt off, so that's why
he
CM
did?
Punk got it. Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was taking it off to get CM Punk.
No. He was fixing to go and get Randy with it. And the CM Punk...
Well, that wouldn't make any sense.
Why would it make any sense to hit anybody with a belt anyway in wrestling? Especially a J.C. Penney's leather belt like he had on. And we're not talking about like a Hulk Hogan strap or a Cody strap, just a belt. But he whipped the shit out of Drew McIntyre with the belt.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally he left. And he still didn't get his little
He did not get
back,
his
though.
bracelet back.
Yeah.
No.
And then they went to Sheamus, and of course they talked about Butch, and then
Jackie then did an interview with Sheamus. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys. You give half of the story.
And then Ludwig come out. And then they talked some shit, him and Sheamus, and then Butch came out.
Pete.
Or Pete, yeah, for God's sakes.
Pete came out and attacked Sheamus.
Came out and attacked Sheamus, yes. So, and then Punk had his little interview, and he told him that he talked about his dog again. He said, "You remember my dog's name, Larry, but never come out of your mouth." I thought that was funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was with Kathy Kelly. Oh yeah, because
He missed his flight, supposedly.
Adam said that he was not there due to travel delays.
Pretty cool.
Well, then after he attacked Drew and he was backstage with Kathy Kelly, she brought that up. She said because she thought they were on the same flight together. Turns out they were sitting right beside each other. And he told a little white lie so Drew would not know that he was coming.
I like this storyline. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You don't hear much. But, yeah, I think they made everybody happy. Miz, fought Bronson Reed. And, of course, we know how they ended, except they're really trying to push Bronson Reed as a heel because they brought in poor R-Truth, and he gave R-Truth like 8 tsunami splashes.
So, R-Truth will probably be on the injured list by tomorrow.
Yeah.
But yeah, he beat Miz, and then he went to go try to tsunami him after, and they stopped. Or R-Truth came out, got Miz out of the way, and then R-Truth ended up taking all the tsunamis.
It's interesting how they're doing the tsunami splash. I mean, the tsunami splash has been happening for a while. I've made comments about it, like being cool and how devastating it looks. And they've tried different things with it, like when he hits. So try with zoom with the camera, like when he hits. So zoom in on it and back out. But it's interesting now. He like kind of breaks the ropes and goes to the top rope. And once he does that initial one, and everybody's, or they get the count. And then after the match, they're like getting this move over by he just kind of he gets the pinfall. Then he stands up, the ref's in the ring, and all of a sudden he's kind of runs back out and gets on the top rope and splashes again. And by that, they got like 4 or 5 people in the ring over top of the guy. And then they kind of repeat this process. And you can watch the crowd, and everybody in the crowd, as soon as he breaks through the ropes to go to the top, you can see everybody sort of standing up.
Right.
Like, they're really getting this tsunami splash over. Like, that's great work, whoever's writing how they do that. That's everybody's just the whole crowd's standing as soon as he walks out because they're like, holy shit, everybody's around him, and he just splashes them. Everybody just moves.
I'm pretty certain too. I heard in the crowd last night say one more time,
Yeah,
one more time. I swear I heard that.
Maybe. All right, so we moved on backstage to a backstage segment with Finn Balor. And he's talking about backstabber.
Backstabber, did he call us a backstabber Balor or backstabber Finn?
Yeah, he said, watch out, Damien, because backstabber Balor's about. But anyway, so he just basically warned Damien that they were going to, he was still coming for him when he wasn't looking. And then on to Sam and Braun. I couldn't call this one. This was the main event.
No, Sammy and Jay promo.
Oh, Sammy and Jay had a promo, yeah. So they're definitely mixing it up a little bit, which definitely makes me think that that's coming with the Bloodline Civil War, that maybe the Usos are going to pair back up and use Sammy as the 4th member with Roman. If they do a War Games at Survivor Series, Sammy, Roman, Jay, Jimmy. And if they do a 5-man, I'm not sure because they switch that back and forth. It's like,
well, and you noticed last night he was talking about
supposed to have another Samoa member.
Last night Jay was saying, Sammy's going to go out and win this match, and then them two were going to hook up and get those tag team titles back.
Yeah.
So my thing is, like, if for whatever reason they do end up getting the tag team titles back, and then they end up going over to the Bloodline, I feel like then the next feud is going to be like between Jimmy, Jay, and Sammy again, because then if Jay and Jimmy get back together, they're going to become a tag team again. I feel like it's going to be full circle.
I don't know. We talked about that before with Jay. I think Jay may be going too far as like single and getting over, because Jay's really gotten over. So I don't know if you got any future tag team with them. Maybe just to do the Civil War Bloodline and Survivor Series, but other than that,
I'm hoping that's the case.
I don't know. Yeah,
I personally do not want to see Jay back in the tag team because
they've done that to a couple of tag. Like
I think Jay is amazing.
Rock and Roll Express. Ricky Morton went on to do a singles. Matter of fact, the guy's still wrestling. He's at 84 now, but he's gone on. It seems like there's one person I've ever tag team like that one. But like the Rockers, so that's before your time. The Rockers were Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels, and they were a huge tag team from the AWA over to the WWF at the time. And then Shawn turned on Marty, and then Shawn kind of seems like one of the tag team guys always goes skyrocket, and the other one just gets left. So, Harlem Heat with Stevie Ray, Booker T. Booker T just rises, and Stevie Ray just kind of, it seems to happen a lot with that. So I think it's going to be that way with Jimmy and Jay. I don't know how well Jimmy's going to do, but Jay is obviously doing well. So
he is excelling as a single.
So I think they're pushing that to keep showing Jay and Sammy together. I think it's just kind of some test footage to see. You know? Like, well, see how the crowd acts when they show
I'm here for it. I don't really necessarily think they need to be tag team partners.
Yeah. But for the bloodline thing, they do.
Yeah, I mean, for that, yes. But I'm talking about, like, them going after the titles. Like, I don't really think they need the titles.
It's probably just a test line to see how the crowd responds. But anyway, the Sammy and Braun Breaker match was a 2 out of 3 falls match, which I was telling you, WWE don't do a whole lot of. They had done them, but back in the day, they never did them. There was always an NWA or WCW. But they did the 2 out of 3 fall last night. And, I told you last night, I've never seen a 2 out of 3 fall match where people get, like, the person gets 2 wins in a row and then wins a match. It's always one guy gets pin, the other guy gets pin. The other guy gets a second pin, the other guy gets a second pin. Then they're down to the third, third and final, or 2, I guess, out of the third fall. But it's just interesting that I don't know of a match they've ever changed that. If anybody knows, comment down in the comment section. That'll be interesting to see. But
yeah, Sammy got first pin, Braun got the second and third.
Yep, the third was pretty cool. The first one, Sammy did like this surprise haluva kick.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
I just want to say haluva kick. And then Braun Breaker got the second one. He speared him as Sammy was coming off the top rope. Mm-hmm. He speared him in midair, and they had some really good timing on that. Sammy did a really good fall. So, you trying to yawn twice? You got like a yawn in a yawn? Good Lord. So, but not too bad. Sleep. Overall, Raw,
I thought it was good.
Did pretty good. It ended, and you see the things after they went off the air when Sammy and Braun kind of standing in the ring together. Sammy's kind of getting up really slow, and Braun kind of stands there, and they kind of look like they may have some more interactions. And then Sammy kind of stands there and holds his arm, and he's kind of looking like he might reach out and shake his hand, and everybody starts clapping.
I didn't see that.
Kind of like they're clapping for Braun, but almost like he got Braun, because that's why they put him with Sammy. Drip Sammy sauce on him, and then he gets a good push.
Now, I didn't listen to it because I was just really busy, but Sammy did hang around after it went off the air and gave a speech.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Yeah, I didn't hear any audio. I only saw them standing around. But
I did see also, like, their a video. It was like a digital-only video that you only see online of Bronson, like, after Adam got him backstage. Yeah. He just kept saying, "I'm on top now," or something like that. I'm on top now.
He's good.
He kept saying that. So
how long have I been saying they need to push that guy?
You've been saying it for a long time.
A long time.
Yeah, you've been saying it for a long time.
They finally got him over. They had him jump Seth, and he's over now. It seems to be. So that tsunami splash is a killer. Keep doing your thing there. That's cool.
Yeah.
But so what's going on with SmackDown this Friday? Do we know anything yet? We'll see. I don't know if you know anything. No big deal.
I can't remember.
Okay. Well, all right, fellas and girls. Peace out of this thing. Maybe we'll check back in Friday night after SmackDown. PLE come and win.
August 31st, Bash in Berlin.
Yep. And Rhea and Damien are going to bash their brains in Bash in Berlin's.
Damien and Rhea are going to bash in their brains. Dom and Liv.
I got to say that and Haluva in one podcast.
It probably won't ever happen again.
Everybody, keep your head up.
And your feet on the mat. Good night.
We out.